These are my favourite current WWE superstars. No ranking, no overthinking it, just 15 wrestlers I genuinely enjoy watching for completely different reasons. But very simple intro and let's get into the list. So starting off my list is Pepsi Phil. CM Punk is my second favourite wrestler of all time, and honestly I'll back him no matter what. There's just something about him that I've always enjoyed. The promos, the attitude, the whole rebel energy, where he says what he's not supposed to, but when the bell rings he backs it up every time. When I think of Punk, I instantly go to the iconic feud with John Cena from 2011 to 2013, and that whole run is what made me just want to watch him all of the time. My opinion has never changed since then, and some wrestlers grow on fans over time, but I clicked with Punk straight away and I've never let go. For me, he's not just the best in the world, but he is a role model. Next I have Dominic Mysterio, and Dom is one of those wrestlers where everything just works for me. I'm already a big hater of his deadbeat father Rey Mysterio. I've always loved the Judgment Day, so he's kind of had a head start as far as my fandom goes from the beginning. Since his turn to the dark side, Dom has not only improved in every way, promos, in-ring, and has become a household name, he's gone from feeling like a project to feeling like he is right where he belongs. He's one of the top heels in the company, and one of the biggest positives about Dom is that through multiple changes of the Judgment Day, he's stayed relevant throughout. And being a fan of his is just fun. People hate him so much, and I'm just sat there backing his every move no matter what. And in the best possible way, he is absolutely disgraceful. Following that, I have Rhea Ripley, and I mean, look at her. No, I'm joking. But there's a reason why she is the face of the women's division right now. Everything she does just feels big. Whether it's her presence, her matches, or just the way she carries herself. There's always that star factor. I've been following her since the Mae Young Classics and NXT UK days, and just being in and seeing the awesome progression that she's made through the years. And though, there was times where I wasn't maybe the biggest fan of Rhea, 2021 to 2022, when she first came up to the main roster, I wasn't that much of a fan. I kind of fell off the wheel a bit. But when she turned heel and joined the Judgment Day, it all kind of clicked again for me. So for the people who say that she's overhyped and overrated, I simply don't see it. She constantly delivers, and for me, she is almost like a living icon in the women's division. Next I have Chelsea Green, and I genuinely don't know how someone wouldn't like Chelsea Green. She's just entertaining in every possible way, she's solid in the ring, but what really stands out is everything around it. She actually reminds me a lot of The Miz in the sense that she can make anyone look good and still come out of it getting over herself at the same time. It's not easy feat to do that, and what makes her different is how willing she is to do anything and everything. Win, lose, look bad, be serious. It'll always work because in a word, she's just brilliantly multi-talented. After that, I have Ilya Dragunov, and when it comes to wrestling, it's pretty simple. I like wrestling, and Ilya Dragunov is exactly that. For me, he is one of the best in-ring talents in all of WWE, and he has proven that exactly with the recent US title open challenges that he held last year while he was US champion. And he was having some of the best TV matches, and it compared to nothing else going on SmackDown during that time. The quality was just on another level, and same as Rhea, I've been following him and been a fan of his since his days in NXT UK, and nothing has really changed since. He had a great NXT run, and even on the main roster, though he has been plagued by injuries, whenever he's around, he has been having fantastic matches consistently. And by the end of the day, if I could sum it up in one word, he's simply the wrestler in WWE. Next I have Sol Rucker, and what a fantastic athlete she is. She's one of the most entertaining wrestlers to watch right now. She's got a natural ability where everything she does looks smooth, impressive, and just different to every other woman. She has all the tools to become a star, and honestly, I can already see her being a future women's champion. Her moveset is a big part of that unique ability that she has within the ring that make her matches instantly memorable. I've been a fan of hers since her NXT debut a few years ago, and she's only gotten better since, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for her. After that, I have Oba Femi. Oba is one of the biggest rising stars in WWE right now, if not the biggest rising star, and it is completely justified. Everything about him already feels like a top level star, and from the aura of his entrance to the confidence of his promos, he can absolutely go in the ring as well, proven by his phenomenal matches at the 2023 and 2024 Stand and Deliver events. And then at WrestleMania, he convincingly beat the Beast Brock Lesnar, which will only make his stock go up in WWE. I genuinely lock in for his matches simply because I love watching his matches. The Ruler doesn't feel like just a nickname, it feels like where he's heading. He is the undisputed future of WWE, and it's going to be awesome to see it all happen right in front of our eyes. Following that, I have Io Sky, and Io is one of my favourite wrestlers, if not my absolute favourite wrestler right now in the women's division, and honestly, she is the best in-ring wrestler in all of WWE, whether that's male or female. That might sound like a bold statement, but I completely stand by it. Everything she does just feels a level above. She's operating on a different wavelength to everybody else. However, I don't think that she became the star today without the heel turn back in NXT. That was a huge defining moment for her and completely changed her WWE career trajectory. Since then, she's gone from strength to strength, and there genuinely isn't enough good I can say about how great she is in the ring. She is just a next level athlete. After that, I have Tatum Paxley, and over the past year, Tatum has quietly had one of the best runs in NXT's women's division. Her character work has been so consistently fantastic, to the point where it becomes such a defining part of her that people almost overlook how good she actually is in the ring as well. But when it matters the most, she can absolutely go. This really feels like a breakout period for Tatum, especially through 2025 into 2026, where everything is starting to really click into place. And that's what makes her so exciting to watch. There's so much more to come from her, and I really look forward to seeing how it all plays out. Next up on my list, I have Lyra Valkyria, and I could talk about Lyra all day, but I'll try and keep it as simple as I can. She's one of the best in-ring wrestlers in WWE's women's division, second only to Io Sky. She consistently performs at a main event level, and she's more than proven that she can hold her own on the mic, especially in the feud against Becky Lynch last year, which I'd say was one of the best feuds of 2025. From NXT UK to NXT to now on Raw, she always delivers whenever she's been given the chance. And that's why it's so frustrating, because since losing the Women's Intercontinental Championship, it feels everything has gone completely backwards. Someone that talented should be firmly in the upper mid-card, even in the main event, but instead she's stuck losing more often than she should, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But to sum it up with Lyra, no question, she is under friggin' utilised, and something has to change soon. After that, it feels appropriate that the next person on my video is Bayley. And Bayley is quite simply one of the all-time greats of women's wrestling and a genuine pioneer. And yet somehow it still feels like she's been an afterthought in today's WWE. People really have forgotten who they are talking about sometimes. I mean, this is Bayley, NXT Respect, TakeOver Brooklyn, WrestleMania debut as champion, carrying SmackDown through the pandemic, a leader of Damage Control, and oh yeah, of course, one of the 4 horsewomen. She's done everything, and what makes her so special is how adaptable she is, whether she's a heel, babyface, leader, tag team wrestler, singles wrestler, whatever role she's in, she makes it work. She's basically a chameleon in the world of wrestling, and it's why it's so frustrating to see her in the position where she doesn't feel as important as she should, especially when you know how much she's contributed to women's wrestling today. For me, she is a living legend and criminally underappreciated. Following that, I have Damian Priest, and Priest is what I'd say is a complete package, even if he's not always seen or positioned as the main guy. He doesn't lean too heavily in one direction, he can be a convincing heel or a babyface, and that versatility really stands out. In the ring, he's smooth and can adapt his styles, and has had some genuinely great matches over the years. I also think that his world title run doesn't get the credit it deserves. I remember it way more fondly than some. He's got the size, the presence, the ability to switch things up when needed, whether it's slowing things down or picking up the pace. For me, he's someone who could easily slot back into a title picture, whether it be mid-card or preferably the main event, and make it work in an instant. He's proven that already, and it just feels like he needs that next bit of investment once again. After that, I have Gunther. Now, I get Gunther isn't for everybody, and I respect that, but there's no denying how good he is. For me, he is one of the best in-ring wrestlers, not just in WWE, but in wrestling full stop. His style is slower and more methodical, but that's exactly what makes it work, and he's perfected it to a T. Whether it be in NXT UK or now on the main roster, his matches always have a certain feel to them, and they're consistently at a high quality of wrestling. There's no wasted movement, no unnecessary flash, just precise, hard-hitting, pure wrestling at its finest. And that's what makes him just the ring general and one of the best in the world right now. Next up, I have Stephanie Vaquer. And Vaquer is an incredible talent. She's right up there with the likes of Io and Lyra and Bayley when it comes to one of the best women's wrestlers on the roster. And yeah, I said that a lot about most of the women on this list, but I'm always going to be backing great women's wrestling, and what stands out with Vaquer is how natural everything feels in the ring. She once said that wrestling is her first language, and when you watch her, you can certainly believe that. From the way that she moves in the ring to how she builds into big matches, everything just flows naturally and it's absolutely fantastic to watch. She doesn't look like she's trying at all, and that's just how damn good she is. And finally, last but far from least, I have Seth friggin' Rollins. And I mean, come on, it's Seth Rollins. For me, he's one of the best wrestlers in the men's division right now, alongside Io Sky as just the two top performers in WWE. I could sit here and list his achievements and classic matches, but there is so many that we'd be here all day. At this point, his legacy speaks for itself. He consistently delivers at the highest level, and he has done this for many years in every role that he's been given. He's not just a top tier wrestler, he's one of the all-time greats, a future Hall of Famer, and a certified wrestling legend. So those are my favourite current WWE superstars. Like I said, no rankings, just the ones I always enjoy watching. Let me know who's on your list, and I might do a all-time version of this at some point in the future. And do subscribe, as this weekend is Backlash, so there'll be Backlash coverage on the channel with predictions, my top 10 favourite Backlash matches, and the Backlash review on Monday as well. So do stick around for those. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.